Now that I saved my project, I'm going to be looking for a hyperlink back in the Google Classroom, and I'm looking for a link to pick out an endangered species animal. So here's the link, Kids Planet, eSpecies, and I can go through this list of endangered species and look to find any animals that I might be interested in. So as you scroll down here, you'll see, choose one of these animals from this list. I'm going to simply go down my list here and I'm going to pick a narwhal. I'm going to select narwhal from my list. You can select any animal you want from the endangered species list that you see here. Now that I selected my animal, I get to the website over here and I could read, just briefly look over it, whatever. Okay. When I get to my project now, before I start importing anything, before I start changing anything, I want to keep this in mind. Don't delete things. Don't change too much. I want my project when I'm done to look very, very similar to the template, okay? Picasso said, good artists borrow, great artists steal. So you are going to steal this template and use it to your advantage, okay? Because some artists already figured out what looks best in these circumstances. So, for instance, I don't want to click here and delete, okay? I don't want to hit delete and then try to paste something in this spot that doesn't fit. What I'd rather do is click and then start typing, okay? Don't hit delete, just start typing right over top because it will steal whatever font that is, the size it is, the color it is, in the style that it is right there. Okay, so we can just start typing in endangered species because that's going to be the title for all the projects. Now, if you didn't pick mine, you're going to find a spot for the endangered species words. It could be in any of the different spots when you're looking at these newsletters. Okay, so for here, it might be endangered species right here, endangered species, so on and so forth. So here I'm going to type endangered species, so I just highlight the words. I don't hit delete. I'm going to type in endangered species. And I'm still typing here. Now I want to tell you about these plus arrows. This plus handle on a text box means that there's more information that's in that box that it isn't being displayed. Okay, so for this circumstance, I have to figure out what's going to fit best given my template. So what I need to do is start decreasing the size of the endangered species. So in this case, I'm going to select by triple clicking, and it's selecting all the letters here. And if you open up this text box, hold on one second, let me open it up. You'll see how long that is, okay? So I'm going to try to select it and then hit Command minus, where I'm taking my font size, if I go over here to text, and I'm decreasing the size by 1 each time by going Command minus. So you see the words on the left getting smaller, and you see the numbers on the right there getting smaller right where my mouse cursor is. So I'm going to continue lowering. Okay, so now I got both words fitting into the text area that used to say today or whatever it was. Now it says endangered species and it's directly in that text area. Okay, I don't want to have these words overtaking any of the other things, but I did fit that in, so it's not as large as it used to be, but now it fits in the place and it's the same font and the same color and the same style. Basically, with the rest of this project, I have to figure out what information from my website or my websites. I could also go to other websites and find out information about narwhals, and I'll show you that in a second. But I have to figure out what information from these websites would fit best in these areas that I have on my template. There is no real right or wrong answer. You just have to figure out what plugs in best in these areas. As long as I could see that there's still fonts here, there's a bold-faced font here with black letters down here, etc., and pictures where there's supposed to be pictures, it's going to be correct. But I have to find what just fits best, what visually looks best, okay? So I'm looking for the title of my animal, which is narwhal, right? So I'm going to select the words, and I can copy and paste a lot of this stuff. Sometimes I may want to just type it out, but if I copy and paste, I hit Command C to copy here, and when it comes time to paste it back in, I need to paste and match style, and that's a tricky paste, and I'll show you how to do that. Basically, I'm going to have to figure out where the title of my animal would look best on this document. Would it be up here in the upper left? Will it be underneath the first picture right here? Will it be under the endangered species? That will be for you to decide. In my case, I'm going to put it right here under the first picture. Now again, I don't want to delete before pasting. I highlight the words and I'm going to paste and match style. I'll show you. The words highlighted that I want to replace, I come up here to Pages, Edit. I'm going to say Paste and Match Style, and here are the short keys for it, or the hotkeys, is Command, Option, Shift, and V for victory, or to drop it into that place. So you have Command, Option, Shift, V, Paste and Match Style, and you'll see that it dropped it in that spot with that color in that size. So again, I'm going to go through my web page here. I'm going to try to find information that will fit into the locations that I have here. Okay, I don't want to be deleting things. I want to be fitting stuff in. So I may have general topics or general sentences over here, but then I may use my fast facts, diet, population, behavior for these areas over here. And I kind of want to match them up with similar size pieces of text, even though I might not be able to. I may have to make some modifications. I'm going to try to do my best. Once again, I'm going to go through here. I'm going to select one thing at a time. So the title will be the title over here. Okay, so I need to select one thing at a time. And I'm simply going to copy this with a Command C and then bring it over. I will double click in this area just to get that text selected. I will not delete it. I will paste and match style. And if you remember, it was Command, Shift, Option, and V for victory. And now I'm looking at this right here, and it actually pasted in a return symbol, which brought it down a line. So I can simply delete that up and bring it back up. Then I'll come over and I will get the information from the website, Command C, and paste and match style again in this location. Now this became too overwhelming, it became too much information, so it's okay if I delete some of the stuff here. I'll delete it right up here, make it tight again so that it looks like it did originally. You may be asking yourself, Mr. Brzezinski, isn't this plagiarism? False. It is not plagiarism because I know what you are doing. You are not trying to pass off this information as your own information. You are simply following instructions by the teacher. So you know that, and I know that you're just copying and pasting, which is not plagiarism. It would be plagiarism if I did not know, or I told you not to be copying. I could also use Wikipedia. That's why I brought this up. You could also use Wikipedia if you need more information to fill in the gaps on the web page. That website doesn't fulfill your needs. You can also paste or just type the name of your animal into Wikipedia and get information from Wikipedia too to fill in your gaps. Pasting information from Wikipedia, you will see that the citations here used on Wikipedia may appear on your document. So all you have to do is just delete those citations. That's not going to be relevant for you. So in certain areas, or if there's too many parentheses, you could just delete what makes sense to make the document look better. Again, I will continue copying, pasting, and matching style and filling in all these different areas to round out my whole project on the first and second pages, as it were, down here. Okay, so go ahead and continue finding information from websites, copying, pasting, and matching style into your document.